welcome to the After Hours Chat. And we have a fun question for you ladies tonight. Have you ever gone to see a medium? Would you like to or know people who have? And what do you want to say?
Interesting.
Well, you know what? I actually, to be honest, I saw one last week and it was totally different over Zoom because I used to go to her apartment and she would read my cards and then she would do this Turkish tea and see all the stuff in the, or the coffee in the coffee grounds. But with Zoom, it just wasn't the same anymore. So I don't think I'll be going to see her again because it just felt.
Okay, so you didn't like it over Zoom?
No. And she was drinking my coffee and she's like, oh, look, look what I see. And I'm like, I should be drinking the coffee. So I didn't like it. So unless we go back to normal and I can go and see her in person, I don't think I'll be visiting her again.
Well, so I think those are certain things that they have to be in person. Like, and you would be. I want to go. I've always been afraid to go because I don't know what they're going to tell me, but I would love to go. I know, right? I would love to go see one and just to, I don't know, see if there's any messages coming my way from, I think my parents or my grandparents to see if, like, or maybe if they reprimand me, why did you, like, I don't know.
They're watching you. Maybe they're watching you.
Your relatives are very judgmental.
Did I do something wrong? I want them to tell me if I'm on the right path, right?
Read your palm?
No.
Read the palm?
No. A good
No,
media
mine did
can
cards.
read
Yeah,
them,
she does
Oh,
cards.
just cards.
Yeah. But
and actually regular playing cards, not even tarot cards, like regular decks of cards she has. So it's really bizarre, but she's really quite accurate.
Yeah. Wow. I went to see a medium and a good medium, actually, she meditates and prays. And then once I got there, she says, I have all those people lined up to speak to you. Mm-hmm. And then you just, I'm skeptical. I'm just saying, okay. And then she describes the person. And when she gives clues how this person died, like, for example, in my brother's case, she says, I smell a lot of alcohol because before he died, he actually had drank a lot. So, and then she says things about this person that nobody knows except you, right? And it's very interesting. Yeah.
I had a similar experience to you. And like, I knew, right, I had like this preconceived notion on who I wanted to come through. And like, I wanted my mother-in-law to come through so badly. And then all these other people were coming through, like my auntie, and
you're pushing them away. I don't want to hear from you. I'm waiting for a special person. Stop the line.
Somebody else. But she said certain things like, they're telling me to tell you, I can't remember what type of flower it was, but at the beach. And it was my aunt who had taken this picture of me at the beach years ago, and everyone in my family had it around their house, and I hated it. And I'm like kind of a hard one. So when they're like, oh, it's something about the head, I'm like, doesn't ring a bell, even though my mother-in-law had like this gigantic stroke and passed away. And then, but she was like dead on. She's like, there's someone that had a stroke. She's female. She's older. And I'm like gutted. And then she's like, she's telling me to tell you eagles. And like eagles, when my mother-in-law died, followed us the whole way home from the hospital. Like just these crazy things. I'm like, I just want to kiss and hug you and like put you in a box and you can come out every time I need a visitor.
So wow, that's amazing. It
was beautiful.
Teresa, do you believe in mediums?
I'm not sure. I mean, I love the idea of going and connecting, like what we've been hearing, which I think is fascinating. I guess what I would be worried about is going in and having them just say something completely outside of your wheelhouse, something totally bizarre or something to come that is kind of terrifying or something that you would not want to hear about. But I love the idea of feeling comforted by having that connection to someone that's passed on. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Because I've gone to psychics, I've had tarot readings, I've had palm readings, but I've never gone to a medium. And I think, I can't remember who it said, but I think there's a part of me that's like, I don't know if I want to hear what if someone comes over that I don't really want to hear from, and I don't want to hear what they have to say. Like, I don't know. Like, part of me wants to do it because I would hope I would hear my dad. But then if somebody else comes over that maybe I don't want to hear, I don't know. And I guess another question I would have is, can pets come and give you messages? Because I'd want to know that. You know,
They'll just lick you.
well, right? Come and curl up in your
What
lap.
you say. He's wagging his tail.
Yeah.
He's very happy to see you.
I'd be
Becoming
good with
suspicious.
that.
What about you, Beck?
I don't know. I'm an incredibly skeptical person, so I feel like I would go because someone had told me to go, and I'll be like, sure, whatever. And then, like a lot of people have said, I'm a little afraid of like who would come and what would they say. There's a lot of history in my family and ancestors that I'm like, I don't know if I want to hear from. So I don't know.
Did you kill your ex?
I don't want to go.
You kill your ex and he's going to come back and be like,
It was her all the time.
Oh, I didn't know you were dead.
You know what, lady? Actually, I've never been to a medium. I've never been to Reiki, or I haven't done any of this. But instead of that, I'll take you guys for lunch. So for me, it's about, I don't know. I've been told in the past that they tried to hypnotize me. I was told that I was not hypnotized. I was impossible to hypnotize me. I don't know if it's because I don't believe, or I don't know if it's because I was just like there. Everybody was doing different things. I was the only one on the stage going like, what the heck? Right? Anyway, so after this, I was always left with a skeptical thing, you know? So I don't know. So I know I haven't done this, but instead of spending that money, I'll take you out for lunch. You just let me know if you go out for lunch.
You know, I think with the
Are you skeptical too? Sorry. Go ahead, Doris.
I was just going to say, I think with mediums, it's that thin veil. It's the sensitives and the intuits. I haven't been to a medium, but I had a medium experience through my daughter. When she was 2 years old in a preschool, I came to pick her up that day and I saw her and I thought she was picking flowers, pretending. And the caregivers said, no, she's playing cards. Do you know someone in your family she's playing cards with? And on the way home, I said, who are you playing cards with? It was Grandpa. Well, my dad had died a year before she was born. And she told me all about how they played cards and he was laughing and rolling on the ground and all these things that my dad does.
Aww.
All these things that he did with his...
She never met your dad.
She never met him.
But yeah,
Wow.
I'm getting
That's
goosebumps.
awesome.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Never met him. So I feel like I met a medium through her, definitely.
Wow.
Yeah,
Asunta, what about you, Asunta?
I've actually never been to a medium myself, never been, but I have gone to an evolutionary astrologer where she kind of plots, she takes your date of birth and the time and that you were born. It was really interesting, actually. She was dead on so many things, but no, I've never done a medium before.
Okay, Margot?
I think I'm like the other couple of the other ladies. I don't know who's going to come back.
Okay, talk yet. There's about 30-second left, Kathy, just so you know.
Yeah, we haven't all spoken. Margot, you're next. We'll go a little longer.
Okay, quickly. My daughter, same as you, Doris. She told my cousin what was on his property before he lived there when she was 2. She told us that Aunt Helen loves her. That was my husband's grandma when she was 2. So she was very into it. And she's 23 now, so it's changed, but I wish I could pull that back out of her because it was, I didn't find it freaky at all. I actually quite loved it.
It's children's abilities. I told my grandma who was I going to get married to.
Wow.
When I was a child. So
yeah, kids are so much more open, right? So they're able to see and hear things that we can't.
Yes.
Yeah. Judith, what about you, Judith?
I will go for lunch with Genevieve. I never been to any of that experience. I will spend that money in a bottle of Prosecco, and I will start toast with all of you, my friends.
I'll have the lobster.
Okay.
Judith, what are we going for lunch?
Barb. Let's hear from Barb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I believe it. I've gone. They told me that I was going to be married 5 times, and I'm like, really? 5 times? Well, guess what? I've been married 3 times.
Oh,
no.
More to go.
Well, so, yeah, I believe.
Julie?
Well, I'm going to come out of the closet. I am a medium, so I don't know. I am one. I see.
What can you tell us, Julie?
Yeah, we'll line it
will
up
say
now.
that
Can you
the people that have crossed over.
You waited all this time to tell us this?
That was your question, Julie. That was your question.
No, it was actually my question. It was my question.
That's so
but-
cool,
but
though,
it's okay.
Julie. Oh my God, how did you find out you were, you
Yeah.
know?
When I
medium.
first started seeing people standing at the end of my bed.
Wow.
It was kind
Oh,
of
cool.
yeah, and I just know things and I can tell things about other people and people tell me that I don't know who it's coming from necessarily because I've never done it professionally, but I'm able to pass along messages. So.
Wow.
That's very
Can you do it over Zoom?
Yeah, it's an energy thing.
Carol wants to know who's mad at her and her family.
It's Yasmin's turn.
I've never experienced it at all. I've never had the opportunity present itself to me. So it would be kind of cool. I would like to actually speak to my grandparents on my dad's side. They looked out for me when I was little, when I went through a glass table through my epilepsy. So they took really good care of me. So I missed them the most out of everyone that's passed away. And of course, my aunt in London, England, who I miss dearly. I would love to hear from her and be kind of cool to experience something totally like that for sure.
So I think, thank you. So I think that we should have just had a show of hands of like, who knows what a medium is versus a fortune teller versus an astrologer. We should have maybe asked that question first, but Q, you're going to get, Barbara's already spoken, Patrick. Thank you though. Q, you're going to tell us what your thoughts are.
No, I wouldn't do it.
No.
You're going to lunch with Genevieve.
You're coming for lunch with me, right?
She's gonna have to have a virtual lunch. She's in Toronto, remember?
That's okay. You know, one day this COVID thing is gonna be over. You fly over, we go for lunch. Or we just go over to Paris and we go over for lunch or breakfast.
Me too. This was just really quick. I'll wrap. I do believe I want to hear what people have to say. I believe in the afterlife. Those first two questions were mine. So somebody might get referrals on this panel right now. Elena, I thought you were having a great experience with that Turkish lady and all that, but that went to the waste because I was going to say I have a couple of clients for you. But anyways, Julie, maybe one day, who knows, right? Who knows? But it was
it's all about energy.
Yes,
you
it's all
have
about
to connect with the person.
Yes, exactly. So it was a very good conversation, everybody. Thank you so much for your input. Thank you.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye, guys.
Awesome. Bye.
Subscribe and follow us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.